All right, good morning. Out here with Coach Joe Chirico this morning at Paintsville Lake. Brought him out to my element. I know he's probably stressed out. Play your first game in a week and a half. There's never enough time in the preseason,
right,
to get your team ready. But we just want to come out this morning, and we're going to do a weekly coaches show this fall. Every week, try to pin Coach down for a few minutes. The thing he hates to do is talk about his team, but we're going to try to make him do that. But this morning, we're going to try to maybe catch a few fish and at least talk Paintsville football anyway, Coach.
You're going to catch a few fish. I'm just going to watch.
We hope to catch a few fish.
Yeah.
The Paintsville Pond, as Cash Daniel calls it, can sometimes be stingy.
Yeah.
So, but no, I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to get out and catch some fish and talk about this year's team, talk about some teams in years past, and you know, see what Coach thinks about what we're going to put on the field this fall. But
So part of your new plan at school, obviously the new website. I know our football website, when I saw that, it's phenomenal.
And we're going to try to put out a weekly coaches show. We're going to try to do teacher shows. We're going to try to do, you know, administrators, you know, weekly reminders.
Yeah.
What we're really trying to do is, you know, we've got a bunch of great stuff that teachers and coaches and everybody put out on social media. The problem is, you know, it's in 80 different spots. It's really fragmented.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is really just try to put all that, put it all in one place. Just for a second, talking about those kids that are actively playing college football. You know, obviously, I guess Cash will be the veteran, right? He's a junior, I guess, at UK this fall.
Yeah.
Expected to start middle linebacker from everything I've read, Coach.
Yeah, everything. Cash, the one thing you'll never say about Cash Daniel is that he didn't realize where he wanted to go and how he wanted to get there, and he put the work in to get there. And
absolutely agree.
He's been a really hard worker from day one. That I've known him from a young child, young man, and
one thing about Cash too that I really enjoy is, you know, he carries himself. He's aware of where he came from, but he carries himself in such a, you know, a good way when they talk to him, interview him. Always says the right things. You know, I guess pretty charismatic would be the right word. But
right,
he's great in that role. He realizes who he represents. And then, you know, talking about Tyrese. You know, Tyrese is of course up at WVU. He's been there since, I guess, June 2nd. Coach, is that when he first went up?
I think that's when he went.
You know, Coach, when I sit back and I think about kids that played for us that, you know, hardest working.
Yeah.
Another one besides Cash that comes to mind would be Dalton Daniels. You know, Dalton
right.
Went on to Georgetown. I guess he moved in last weekend. Dalton's just an incredible hard worker. He loves the weight room.
Loves it. And
loves the game of football, you know. Of course, his older brother played at Paintsville. Jimmy, his dad, coached for a while. But Georgetown's a special place, you know, it speaks to my heart. I feel like it's a great place for Nacho. You know, someplace he can succeed. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah, I think anywhere you go, you know, it's going to be tough. College football's never easy. At wherever you go, it's a full-time job, and it's...
That first 2 months, I don't know about you, but I kind of vividly remember it, and it was rough.
Those coaches get paid to win, so they're going to push you and do the things, and I think that fits into, you know, Nacho loves the hard work. He loves the grind of it. He loves all that. And
would you say that we ever had a kid that was bought into the Olympic lifting? I'm talking about snatches.
He's unbelievable at it.
I mean, in the off season, you know, we would use him to teach, you know, because he had gotten so good at it.
And he studied it and had the, you know, I think that's important when you want to be good at something. You study it, and he studied that. And you know, you talk about guys that went on. Canyon Castle was he wouldn't even talk to us when he first showed up, and then he became a team captain and just a great player for us. And
anything we asked him to do, right?
Everything we asked him to do, he did it 100 miles an hour.
You know, I asked him this spring after he signed. Of course, he went to the University of Cumberland. I said, "How many workouts did you miss, Canyon, in your career?" None.
None. It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing. You know, before school. Kid lived in Flat Gap, right, Coach?
Yeah, I think so.
Quite a bit of ways out, and no excuses with him. I talked to him yesterday. I called him, and of course, playing in NAIA football, they may bring in a lot, but a lot of those guys will fall off. And he was talking about how they've been dropping like flies, since he's been there. And he's like, Coach, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. I was like, dude, I know,
They always say, I guess the military's the same way as college football, college basketball, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Look to your left, look to your right. Those two guys will be gone before you graduate. And that the attrition rate in college athletics is high, as again, because it is a job.
Yes, sir.
They take
college football be Tyler Couch. Of course, we lost Joey Couch tragically.
Yeah.
After the season, and Joey was just such a great guy. One thing, me personally, Coach, I always looked up to Joey. He was a star when I was a young kid, and for me, I always wanted to know Joey Couch, and I've spent a lot of time at Lake Erie. I ran into Joey up there one time, smallmouth fishing, him and his dad, EA. And man, it was like I met a celebrity up there on the island.
Well, he was a celebrity.
Yes, sir.
And he befriended me, and when I first met him, just a fun-loving man, and
always smiling.
Always smiling. He wanted his son to play at Paintsville where he played, and made a choice to come here and play where his dad played, and had I think Tyler was here 2 years and had a great 2 years, and is now at UK. Ken Phelps also.
Yep, at Wofford.
At Wofford, at a great school. And
talk about a guy that made my life easy calling plays, Coach. Yeah. Just give it to one.
Yeah, just hand the ball to one and let it go.
He'll find the daylight.
He'll find it. Just as you mention things like that, you look back and you think about guys like Mark Fannin, who's has a great career in the military.
Yes,
and
sir.
Doing his thing, and Lane Daniels, Luke Daniels, and their
Caleb Goebel.
I think we get caught up on, so-and-so went here, but as a coach, you're really thinking about, and you hope you're doing a good job of creating good fathers, good husbands, good people for the world, that to just, not that you're a parent, you're just trying to add to that great parenting that, goes along with being a student athlete at any level. And
looking at the 2018 team, obviously, reading some of the stuff that's out there, I've been around them somewhat, in the weight room, and, a little bit in spring football and whatnot. We lost a lot. Graduated big senior class full of a bunch of guys that have contributed, won a bunch of games.
I think we got a lot of great kids, and I think they work hard, and, as far as what we're going to do or how we're going to be, that's yet to be determined. But I think they're working really hard and doing the things to be successful. Now, once you get into the season and see how it plays out, that's a different story. Sometimes us as coaches, we just got to get out of the way and let them play,
Oh, I totally
And I think we graduated 15 kids and got a lot of kids that return. Got a lot of young offensive linemen that are really working hard.
Really enjoyed my time on the lake today with Coach Chirico. In my opinion, he's one of the greatest football coaches in the state of Kentucky. He gets it. The kids love him. He gets a lot out of them. He's passionate. And that's the one thing that drew me to being around Coach Chirico as a coach, and even as a player back when he was coaching and I was a player, was just his passion for the game, his energy, just made it contagious and fun to be around. This year we're planning to do a weekly show with Coach Chirico and feature some of his players and hopefully give you a behind-the-scenes look at some of the great things those guys do over there. But we're really excited to follow them, excited to see what they can do this fall and look forward to doing this every week and hopefully bring you a glimpse of Paintsville Tiger football. Like to wish those Tigers good luck this fall and hopefully we can win them all. Go Tigers.